So, where did I leave off? I believe it was Friday night as I wrote a little bit about exactly what turns me on to running and some of the rituals that I do to prepare myself for running. And this was all in the twilight prior to a run that I would do with my good friend Harvey Lewis and a few other running friends that I had not been acquainted with. So I was able to run with new people, which is always a joy and it's always a privilege. When I showed up to Awakenings at 7 a.m. on Saturday, I did not quite know exactly the prestige of the runners that I was soon to set motion with. It was only until I saw one gentleman opening up the trunk of his car to take out something that I saw the sticker of 140.6. Now, have you ever seen stickers that say 13.1 or 26.2? If you haven't, if you've ever wondered, these stickers represent mileage or a race that person has ran. So 13.1 would signify a half a marathon, where 26.2 would, of course, represent a full marathon. This gentleman, his sticker said 140.6. The run starts out fast, and as a early morning person by nature, but still not the one to fire on all cylinders right off the bat, the pace was a little too much for my 6-mile tempo run. So what I did, I listened to my body, and I was very smart, and I let the gentleman run, including Harvey himself, take off so they can enjoy their run. Now, a younger me would have definitely taken that very personally, and I would have wanted to attach all this emotion to the fact that I wasn't able to keep up. But, you know, that one run is not the defining factor of who I am. And I realized that it's in the past, and I feel that I ran very smartly by keeping it back and letting the others go at their own pace, because that is not me. What I'm trying to do is my own race, which is in May, and I can't race someone else's race or be someone else's dream. I have to be the person I am. So that was a true testament of the advancements that I've been able to accomplish during this journey. Moving on to today, my long, slow day. Yes, I have done it once before. Would I be able to do it again today? I'm talking about running 20 miles barefoot. Was I up to the challenge? I ran with Jake today, and as we set off, I could feel that something was off, something wasn't right. The soles of my feet were a little raw from the Awakenings run, and I needed to do something to get back on track. I felt a small discomfort in the sole of my right foot near the big toe, and I had to doctor the way that I landed on the ground. Now, this was uncomfortable for the first 6 miles of the run. Now, if you can imagine what those 6 miles must have felt like, you can think of the anguish that I had to deal with mentally to overcome that initial phase where I warmed up my feet. But the outcome after 6 miles turned into something of a liberating experience because of the fact that I was able to get past that obstacle, not by dwelling on the pain and saying, okay, you know, this stinks, it can't get any worse than this, but simply enjoying, embracing the suffering. There's something very unique and very lovable about a journey that has obstacles and encounters adversity, such as the one that I'm embarking on right now. So that being said, you know, it's reassuring to know that I simply switched my focus from that to actually embrace the shortcoming of not being 100% or not being perfect. I'm far from and never will claim that barefoot running is the surefire answer. Now, some may have heard me say this in the past, but I believe it not to be true. I believe it's right for me, okay? If it's right for you, I'm not sure. Running 20 miles today could have been done, and I'm saying this truthfully, more easy or more easily in shoes. But that's not the point. That is far from the point. Unconventional versus conventional. You know, it's not a pitting of two opposites against each other. It's just simply where I fit in between the middle of those two. So that's how I feel after today's run. Quick little shout out to Officer Sherman, who spotted me right by Kroger on near Clifton, and he said that he had recognized me from a few of my winter runs that I did barefoot around the Clifton area. And he said that he had been talking to his brother, who his brother thought that when Officer Sherman was talking about me running barefoot, was talking exclusively about me running in the Freedom 5 minutes. But Officer Sherman said, no, this man is running barefoot. And I'll tell you what, I appreciate that, Officer Sherman, and thank you for taking the time to say thank you for, at least spreading the word to me that I was somewhat of an inspiration. So thank you. Everyone else watching this, keep it up. Progress. Create something new every day.